Hi, this is Steve Duplessis. I am the Sales Development Manager in Texas in the Fiery Division for Electronics for Imaging. And today I'm going to demonstrate to you Cloudshare, a new service we're providing to our partners and their customers to gain access to a virtual Fiery for the purpose of demonstration or learning and training, something they've been asking for. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the invitation that I will receive that invites me to my Fiery virtual demo session. And in there is a passphrase that I'm going to copy, Control C. I'm going to hit this link to get into the login screen of Cloudshare. I'm going to type my email address and paste that passphrase and hit login. That's immediately going to take me into the Cloudshare interface where I can go to my virtual machine list and I can view my virtual machine. When it comes up, you'll see that my virtual machine is a virtual Fiery running Fiery System 300 software. Another thing I'll point out to you is that there's runtime. You get 4 hours of runtime over a 7-day period. This is great because it gives you the ability to log in and log out at your own convenience. You can do an hour's worth of training one day, log off, come back a couple days later, do another hour's worth of training. First thing I'm going to do is I want to make sure that everything's active. So I'm going to launch Fiery Command Workstation. And when I do, it's going to open up Fiery Command Workstation 6. And we're going to connect to the virtual Fiery. And it's going to show me the held queue. And at the top of that held queue, there's going to be a business card. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to right-click on that business card. And I'm going to try to imposition it or impose. When I do that, I know that I don't have an active impose license, so it's going to ask me, hey, would you like to activate that license? In which case I'm going to say yes. And I'm going to go back to my email because in my email I also receive 2 license activation keys. First one is Impose Job Master and the second one is Job Flow. But I'm going to use that Impose Job Master key and I'm going to paste it into that area and hit continue. And when I hit continue, the first thing it's going to do is it's going to see if that license activation key is ready for activation. I know it is because I haven't used it before, so it's going to come back and say it's ready for activation. I'm going to hit activate, upon which it's going to ask me if I want to finish that activation, and I'm going to hit finish. And once I hit finish, it's going to come back and tell me how long that license key will be good for. And these are 30-day licenses. So I know that today's August 29th. It's going to come back and tell me that this license is good until September 29th. Excellent. Now if I go back and hit impose, what's going to happen is it's going to go directly into imposition now. It's not going to ask me for the license. It's going to let me know that I have a 30-day trial license that will expire in 30 days. Great. So I'm going to close this down. And I didn't make any changes to the file, so I'm going to hit no. And then I'm going to shrink down Fiery Command Workstation right now. Next thing I want to see that's active is Fiery Job Flow. So I'm going to double click on this shortcut. It's going to bring me into the login screen for Fiery Job Flow. Your login is admin and your password is Fiery with a capital F.1. When I hit sign in, it's going to bring me into the Fiery Job Flow base interface. This again is not a fully active interface, as you can tell by the Upgrade Now button. So I'm going to hit Upgrade Now. I do have a license key. I'm going to go back to my email. I'm going to grab that other license key for Job Flow. Control C to copy it. I'm going to activate, continue, paste that in, hit continue. Once again, it's going to go out and make sure that that license key is ready for activation. It is, so I'm going to activate it. It's then going to come back and ask me to finish that activation. And once I finish, it's again going to tell me how long that license key is good for. It is good for 30 days. So I'm going to close out of that. And when I close out of this and hit refresh now, you're going to see that this is a fully active Fiery Job Flow interface now. The base went away, the red went away, and I'll be able to use every aspect of Fiery Job Flow. I'm going to close that down for now. Another thing I want to show you is how you can make this into a full screen. If I hit this button over here, this will then take it into full screen mode, and now my monitor looks like a Fiery. I can even, for that matter, open up Command Workstation, maximize it, and now it looks like the Fiery that's sitting next to your solution. To exit this, I can simply hit exit, or I can hit escape, and it'll bring me back into the smaller interface. The final thing I want to do is I want to show you how you can disable these licenses, because remember, they're 30-day licenses. And so this session is good for 7 days. At the end, or maybe just before the end, you might want to disable these and then put them on your own Fiery and still get 23 days more days of use. So I'm going to show you how to disable them. If you go into Impose, like we did earlier, I can go into this help area and manage that license, and it'll pull me right back into that activation area, but this time I'll have the ability to deactivate. And so I have that Job Master Impose license there. I'm going to deactivate it. I'm going to hit deactivate again, and now I can move this license key to my own Fiery in my office and use it for another 23 days. The other thing is I can do the same thing for JobFlow. And I'll do that by launching JobFlow again. The area that you want to go in, I'll let it sign in, is localhost /Fiery JobFlow. I'm going to back this out. And as I back this out, you're going to see it tell me, hey, license activation. I'm going to go to that area, deactivate this license, deactivate, and now it'll once again it'll deactivate, and I'll have the ability to move both those licenses over to my own Fiery. That's what I wanted to show you today. The other thing I might tell you is when you go to your Fiery, you might want to go into the Fiery Software Manager. That's this lightning bolt down here. And it will tell you whether or not Fiery JobFlow has been downloaded and installed. If it's not, you'll see a download, much like you see right here. It'll tell you what version of Fiery Command Workstation's installed. So that's a good first step to check and make sure that your Fiery is at its current levels. That's it for today. I just really quickly wanted to show you how you can create a fully active virtual Fiery environment. I'm going to shoot 2 more videos and actually use the resources of Impose and Job Master in one video using the virtual Fiery, and then use JobFlow in one video to automate some pre-press workflows using the virtual Fiery. Thank you for your time and have a great day.